It's the final event of the season, and it all comes down to this. Day one, hosted here at the Jubilee course in St Andrews. In Baltic windy conditions, scoring proved extremely challenging. The current Order of Merit leader, Ryan Griffin, was in the charging pack, leading the way with back-to-back starting birdies. This, a monster putt on the fifth. He finished the day tied second along with Dan Nichols and Hugo Stark, all shooting 3 over. Will Coxon, despite barely being able to walk due to a buckled knee, soldiered on with a heroic 1 over par. The weather took a turn for the worst in the afternoon as gale force winds arrived. In the women's event, Maynooth University's Kate Lanigan led the Order of Merit going into the finals. After a tough front nine, she made 3 birdies on the back nine, including this on the 16th. Second in the Order of Merit was playing partner Elise Fredrickson. The Helmstad student struggled on the front nine, but was able to steady the ship, sinking this birdie on 12. But the 2 players who battled through day one's conditions were St Andrews' Lucy Jameson and last year's champion Lorna McClymont, who hopped on the birdie train for the last 3 holes. As we move to day 2, conditions remain treacherous for the students. Stirling's Will Coxon, keen to close the gap in the Order of Merit, had this impressive up and down on 11 for birdie. Ahead of Coxon is Ryan Griffin, who had this lovely approach and birdie on the 3rd. Fior was hoping to climb the leaderboard with this near birdie on 17, but it wasn't to be. He finished 2 back from the top. Loughborough University's Dan Nichols had a solid round, which included this long putt to save par on the 3rd. He ends the day second on the leaderboard. But taking charge was Maynooth's Ryan Griffin with 6 birdies today, including this on the 7th, and then this tap in on 11. Lanigan was off to a flyer on day 2, sinking this lovely birdie putt on the 1st. However, she came into trouble on the 15th with a quadruple bogey 8. A missed eagle opportunity meant this short tap in for birdie on 16 to help ease the pain. After a bogey on the 1st, overnight leader Lorna McClymont got her round back on track straight away, with this birdie on the 2nd. A near eagle putt meant this tap in for birdie. She finished the day in 2nd. And standout of the day, St Andrews University's Lucy Jameson had an incredible day of 6 under par with 7 birdies. That's right, 7 birdies. She birdied the last 3 holes, this on 17. And in front of crowds on 18, she walked off the course with an impressive 6-shot lead. But now we move to the iconic old course for the final day. And as you can see, the weather has taken a turn for the worst. Going into the final day, only 3 could win the Order of Merit in the women's field. Kate Lanigan the favourite, with Elise Fredrickson hot on her heels. Last year's winner, Lorna McClymont, had an outside chance, but would need to win the series final to defend her title. In the men's, it would be a closer battle between limping Will Coxon and 2023 Order of Merit winner Ryan Griffin, with only 7 points separating the pair. Feeling at home in her university town, St Andrews' Megan Ashley got off to a good start, with this birdie on the 1st. As did McClymont, she made 3 birdies on her front 9. She would need to continue that form to grab top prize. It wasn't to be for Elise Fredrickson. At 1 over for the day, she had this putt for par on the 18th. A cheer from the crowd, who appreciated the feat in the demanding conditions. Although 3 over on the front 9, all eyes were on Kate Lanigan, who still holds the lead in the Order of Merit. But McClymont wasn't going to make it easy for her. Here she comes, making birdie on 16. But event leader Lucy Jamieson held on to her impressive overnight lead, going 1 under for the front 9. A steady run of pars in today's bleak conditions meant she had the best scoring round. A par on 18 and the St Andrews University student secured her second Student Tour Series win of the season. Playing in her final student event before graduating from Stirling University in Sports Studies, the Student Tour Series 7-time winner showed her class with this close chip on 18. Good luck for the future, Lorna McClymont. And that meant one thing. Maynooth Lanigan, the Student Tour Series Italy champion, was now the winner of the Order of Merit. The Irish woman wins a spot in the field at the Women's Amateur in June, which will be played in her home country at Portmarnock. With only 7 points between them in the race for the Order of Merit, Ryan Griffin knew he would have to continue his impressive form at the home of golf. The Maynooth man would secure honours with a victory in the final event, and he got off to a perfect start with a birdie at the first after this lovely approach. A bogey at the third and 2 more birdies at 7 and 9 saw him make the turn at 1 under. An outstanding performance in the rain and howling wind. His Maynooth compatriot Owen Murphy was also making his own charge up the leaderboard, with birdies at the 2nd and 8th for 2 under on the front 9. In the same group, Stirling's Will Coxon, still battling from injury, found the front 9 of the old course a little tougher. The Englishman opened with a solid pair of pars, but followed up with a set of bogeys. A birdie at the 5th was welcome, but another bogey at 7 handed Griffin the advantage. Coxon refused to give up and steadied the ship with back-to-back pars at 8 and 9, followed by a well-deserved birdie. Though another missed birdie here on 16 hurt momentum. Things started to unravel from here. Coxon closed out his round with a pair of bogeys on 17 and 18, signing for a 78. It was a more colourful back 9 for Murphy, including 3 bogeys and another birdie at 16, seeing him finish at level par. In the group behind, Griffin birdied the 9th, then strung together a nice run of pars from 10 to 14. Having gone wayward off the tee on 11, this impressive up and down continued his par run, and he was looking good to take the title, and with that, the Order of Merit. His stellar performance was enough to see him record a level par round and take the double victory. With that, a place in the Amateur Championship at Ballyliffin beckons. So there we have it, our 2 champions, Kate Lanigan and Ryan Griffin.
It feels great. It's nice for all the hard work to pay off. Definitely didn't make it easy on myself. Didn't have a great day at all, but it shows that every shot counts, even down to the last. So yeah, happy to get it done.
That's what the Order of Merit is, rewarding the most consistent golfer, and I feel like I let a few of the positions slip in the first few events, so had a nice few close calls, a few runners up then a few months ago, so yeah, just fantastic.
Well, that's it for the Student Tour Series this year. Sadly, we waved goodbye to some iconic stalwarts, but we can't wait to see some fresh student faces next year.